How are we doing, everyone? Sam here from United People's TV, here with a live match reaction straight away after the 2-0 win against West Brom. Man United now 4 points off second team, looking like a team who is heading in the right direction. Today, it all started off perfectly thanks to Jesse Lingard flicking in a wonderful, wonderful cross and Zlatan Ibrahimovic making absolutely no mistake with his finish. And from that point onwards, Man United were in total control, and we haven't really seen that, especially away from home, in quite a long time. And you know, Man United have been building momentum at certain points this season, but there's not been any real consistency, and the momentum hasn't gone upwards and upwards. But Man United have now got that 1-0 win over Spurs at Old Trafford, followed it up with a gritty win over Palace with a late winner, followed that one up with a total controlled, classy performance against a West Brom team who looked very good against Swansea. Rondon there scored a hat-trick of headers, but today he was in Phil Jones and Marcus Rojo's back pocket. They were superb again. I'm going to talk about them first. You know, you've had so many doubts about how Man United's defence is going to be this season, but Jones and Rojo are really looking like an excellent partnership. You know, and I'm a big advocate of players playing in a team when they are in form. And I don't know where Chris Smalling comes back into that side. I want Eric Bailly back into the team straight away. But to break up that partnership, the partnership that is doing so well, I think that would be unfair. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. But obviously there's only one man you can really talk about. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Wow. Another 2 goals for him. I think that's 16 in total. And BT Sport was saying that there is no player since 2002 that at this point in the season has had as many goals as Ibrahimovic. Ruud van Nistelrooy was the last person, and that was back in 2002. And we all know how fucking wonderful Ruud was. Now, before we signed Ibrahimovic and the concept of him joining was there, I said that he could be a new Robin van Persie for Man United, and I stand by that. I don't think the direct influence in how it happens in the season will happen, because we're not going to win the league this year. But in terms of goal return, Zlatan's already on 16, and had his finishing been better, he would already be on 20. But you've got to be delighted with that. I'm going to run through a few of your comments. There's lots and lots of comments coming in here. Let's see what you guys have got to say. Someone there saying, how is Fellaini a footballer? I don't know, but it gives us all hope that at some point we may. Someone saying how wonderful Darmian was. I think Darmian still made some silly mistakes, gave away some silly fouls, but it wasn't his worst performance. Absolutely. But I still saw a lot of things that I didn't want to see from Darmian. And someone else there is asking what is going on with Luke Shaw. And Luke Shaw is still injured at the moment. That's the reason he's not in the team. But as soon as Luke Shaw is fit, I think that back four there, Luke Shaw, Rojo, Jones and Valencia. And then you've got Eric Bailly coming back in. There's some excellent options there. And in midfield as well, you know, Michael Carrick played his 3rd game in 7 days. A man who only a couple of months ago, Jose Mourinho said he couldn't really play more than once a week. He's just done it 3 times. And all 3 times we've been excellent. You know, Ander Herrera, Pogba and Carrick all had excellent individual performances. But as a team unit, they were fantastic. And some of the football we were playing, one-touch movement, one-touch passing, it was just, that was United. That really was United. And to get an early goal like that, obviously, we got an early goal, I believe, against West Ham in the EFL Cup at Old Trafford, but we haven't really done that in the league. And the league is where we needed to do it. And that is now momentum building. And we've done it, we've mounted it 1, 2, 3, and people have been writing United off this season. But United are now 4 points off second place. Arsenal play Man City on Sunday. Liverpool play Everton in the Merseyside derby on Monday. Our next 2 home games are against Middlesbrough and Sunderland. United have the opportunity to go 5-game winning streak in the league, and it's always the case in the league. If you can string a run of wins together, anything can happen. And Man United are doing that right now. We're now getting the results that match the performances. And you know, it has been coming. You know, as I said, since Swansea at the start of November, Man United have been playing excellent, consistent football. But inside that time, we've had so many draws, which should have been, you know, Everton. We've had, was Burnley after that? I'm not sure. But there's been performances in there which should have been wins for Man United. Certainly played Arsenal after that point. And they weren't wins. So there's points dropped. And I'm just loving what I'm seeing at United right now. And, you know, it's been a long 3 years since Fergie left. We all know that. And the hangover it's been bad. It's been a bad hangover. And everyone else has enjoyed the United's downfall. But what we're seeing now is Mourinho starting to find the balance, starting to find the tempo that he wants his players to play in. And I suppose more importantly, the players now understand how Mourinho wants them to play. And they are playing with it. And it's starting to get a little bit telepathic between Pogba and Ibrahimovic. That's what you need. You want the players to know where their teammates are going to be without having to look. You know, the best example at United for that is Andy Cole and Dwight Yorke. And you start to see moments of that. You saw it in the away end there when the players all went over to give their shirts to them. That was a nice moment as well. But I don't want to come with any negatives from that game, because I don't think we should be looking at that. You know, Jesse Lingard, for a player who gets so much stick and criticism, wonderful cross for that first goal for Zlatan. Movement was excellent all game. Classic Lingard in that chance he had just before half time when he spooned a shot way over the bar. But you know, we're seeing Man United build a momentum here, and at a time where everybody's concentrating on how wonderful Chelsea are, 11 wins in a row now in the league, and how much better Arsenal look this season. You know, how Liverpool are scoring goals left, right and centre under Klopp, and even Spurs too. And Man City with Guardiola. People aren't really looking at Man United. And so we're in the shadows. We're in the periphery. And that is helping United right now, because the pressures are elsewhere. You know, anybody can say what they want about Jose Mourinho. You know, a lot of people don't like him, and I know not every Man United fan liked him at the start. But what we're seeing now is him building a team. The team is coming together. And that's 2 away wins in a row, 3 wins in the trot in the Premier League. And as I said, with Sunderland on Boxing Day and Middlesbrough on New Year's Eve, if we can win those 2 together, who knows where Man United will be going into the start of 2017. We might even be in the top 4. And that's a million miles away from where everybody thought we would be only a couple of months ago, when all these draws and all these frustrating results were coming in left, right and centre. But, you know, everybody's mentioned him there in the comments as well. Kudos to Rooney. I thought he played well as well. Certainly better than he played against Crystal Palace. He had a bit of a first touch, which I haven't seen much from Rooney. Great save from Ben Foster to ruin the fact that Rooney was going to score. But I'm loving what I'm seeing in Man United at the moment. I'm seeing real progression, real direction, and a team who is going towards an end goal, and they know what they're doing. Under Louis van Gaal, we lost that identity. Players didn't know what they were doing. We would do something one week, and the next week we'd do something different altogether. The players were lost. The players aren't lost right now under Mourinho. And yes, there's been frustrating results, but we're now starting to see the results that match the performances. And as long as we keep this up, who knows what can happen this season. Let me know how you're feeling after that. Thank you all for your comments as always. But Man United are on the march. 4 points off second. Arsenal play City tomorrow. Liverpool play Everton on Monday. 2 draws in those games? Yes, please. Or maybe even an Everton win. I'd like that. But we want Arsenal and City to draw. Let me know your comments as always. Thank you all. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to United People's TV. And we'll see you soon, hopefully, after another win. That'd be nice.